For the first time ever, the Døds Federation is hosting a competition in the US at the Cliff Cruise.
Dødsing for me is almost like making art, you know?
It's about beating down your fear.
Now I land on my face sometimes, on purpose.
The cheers, the people, that feeling of free fall.
Døds, it's about the community.
Death diving this week has made me some of the best friends I will ever have in my life. A big misconception about death diving is that it's a belly flop competition or that we are just recklessly throwing ourselves and kind of hoping for the best. We close last minute into either a shrimp, a crusher, or if you're a real badass, just head to knee. It's much more about entertaining the crowd. It's much more about the style. It's much more about the environment.
A lot of people can do the same trick, but can look completely different because everybody puts their own style.
When the crowd starts showing up, I get the people going.
Døds is growing crazy fast all around the world, so the Døds Federation decided to host a competition in the United States of America during this year's Cliff Cruise. And somehow they decided to send this crew. We arrived late at night, stayed at a crappy motel before we got our RVs and headed out to meet the rest of the Cliff Cruise.
What's up, guys? My name is Travis Sims and I am the founder and creator of the Cliff Cruise. So we got things started on Friday, super mellow. I was super busy as the organizer, running around town, grabbing all the product, grabbing banners, setting things up and getting the production and the stage set for the biggest death diving competition to ever happen in the US.
I was on Instagram one day in early 2019 and I saw a Instagram post of a guy death diving and I thought it was the craziest, wildest, most entertaining sport I'd ever seen. And me and a couple of my buddies, I showed it to them. I was like, we gotta try this. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
That's the story, at least. It's a military dive gone wrong. So he was just doing it, and he was in between diving and not diving. So he landed with a no hand, like this.
Yeah.
And the girls just like, what? And that was the start of it. And now he's going global.
Yeah. He started death diving 3-4 weeks ago.
Pretty much.
He's all ready. You should see his classic nuts.
Oh my God.
He's perfect.
I had a good one. I had a good one just now.
My name is Anders Rox and I'm from Norway. My favorite aspect about Døds is like the mental struggle you have, like inventing a new trick, finding a new cliff, jumping from a new height, like fighting against your own head. That's what I love about sport. In my opinion, a Døds should hurt. If it doesn't hurt, I think you're doing it wrong.
I'm Simon Fisk and I'm from Norway. I think people, they don't expect much from me because I'm old, I'm a little chubby, I got a beard. You never know what I'm gonna do and you never know if I'm gonna land it or not, and I don't know.
Anytime Simon Fisk is on the cliff, it's like seeing a modern day Viking warlord just like getting ready to go berserker mode. Like, that man made us something else, dude. Like I can't even explain.
I saw the Dallas Dødsing crew, like Johnny Goes Hard, on Instagram. They started to jump from that treehouse. It was awesome, and they were going to have a competition. So I started in Norway. I started to shout them out on the Instagram. Guys, we got some Americans doing this. You have to see this. You have to see this event. This is pretty crazy because I'm sitting at home watching Instagram, and then something pops up that this Johnny guy from Texas, Dallas, is gonna make a death diving tower in the middle of freaking nowhere with IDF, the International Døds Federation, and they're gonna throw a competition here on Saturday. I didn't believe it. I was hoping the Cliff Cruise was going to be like a family eventually, but the first couple of minutes it was like a family. We just came together and it just collaborated straight away. It was so awesome, and you got different styles here, you got different people, but we all kind of want the same thing. We want to push our limits, we want to jump, we want to do some cool stuff, and we help each other out, teach each other new tricks, new landings, and it's just been awesome. Cliff Cruise and death diving in America and Texas.
My name is Andrew Juntanen and I'm from Sacramento, California. Me and my friends watched the World Championship on YouTube in I think 2017, and we just went out and started throwing some fun death dives just off of like 10 feet, and I was doing a little bit of cliff jumping already at the time, and we were like, wow, this is way better than landing on your feet. Let's just do this. Finding something that you can do, but it scares you a little bit, and then just sharing that experience together and being in the landing zone when your friend comes in and just hits the water is just like, it's the best feeling. You're just there, you're so alive. It's all about fear and having fun, you know, and like the merging of those two worlds together, you know, and like doing it in a way that like we can keep on doing it. You know, we're not being risky, we're not trying to injure ourselves or anything like that. We just want to have fun and be creative and explore nature.
We are going to get started with our first cleanup. How our cleanups work is we focus on a few different things, right? Obviously there's a bunch of big trash. It's spread all around these cliffs. We have at least maybe 2 miles of cliffs just right here that's walking distance that we can go pick up a ton of trash.
Got a ton of micro trash, courtesy of the environment.
If it's not for people like us, this stuff will never happen. This trash is just gonna stay in these areas forever.
After a quick session, we headed to camp and played an American game called
Kick That Towel. It's a pretty complicated game. There's really just one rule. You just have to kick the towel.
Welcome to day 2.
That's a Black Widow, bro.
I was embarrassed doing that.
No, it was good. You have a better country accent than I do. I sound like a city boy.
We're making the trophies right now.
It was bad today, though.
It's gonna be a gold skull on the hat, gold, silver, and bronze.
Morning, guys. How you guys feeling?
Morning.
Oi, oi, oi!
My name is Emil Lübeck. I'm from Norway. My favorite thing about Døds is like the creativity. We can like create the sport our way, like perform it. So it's kind of special. Competing against the Americans, they have like new styles to bring to the table and new tricks and new creativity. So it's so cool. So actually got a little inspired from the Americans in some ways. And I'm really impressed. They know how to do it. They're probably the second best country after Norway.
My name is John Nyberg. I am from Dallas, Texas. I love everything about death diving, Dødsing, whatever you want to call it. But I think my personal favorite thing is the community and the energy it brings. It is so new, especially here in America. Anyone who sees it for the first time, first off, they're scared, and then they see us pop out of the water laughing, and then they get excited. And every time we do it to a new audience, everyone's asking, what was that? Where can we watch it? And I love the excitement that it brings to a new group of people. Being a Texan and not a Norwegian, I do not have the edge of maybe years and years and years of history and steez and backstory that the Norwegians do. But we have the home court advantage. And the crowd's excited to see the Norwegians, and the crowd's excited to see us beat the Norwegians.
It's on, baby. It's on. Yeah. You're going down, bro.
I'm Asbjørg and I'm from Norway. Dødsing to me, I feel like it's about beating down your fear and doing something that seems scary. You don't know if you can do it, and then you try and you make it, and you get all this adrenaline. It's a great feeling. The feeling after you landed, get out from the water, it's the best ever, and especially when you can experience it with great friends that hype for you, cheers for you, and then you can cheer for everybody else.
We had two different competitions on Saturday. The first one was the mini tramp competition. The Cliff Cruise is the first event to ever hold an official mini trampoline competition off a cliff, and this is our second year in a row.
This is a terrible idea. We decided that I'm a good choice in the trampoline contest.
Yeah, you're our best choice.
Yeah, I don't do trampoline.
You're doing them today.
Competition. This is all about owning the air. Use the maximum power from the tower and then make your move in the air and hold this as long as possible. And style beats technicality. If you know what I mean? It's all about the style and personality. So please do creative and own it. Then of course, it's all about closing late. And then when you're underwater, I want to see that splash. And I also want to see the heads up while it rains. Because then you get the extra points.
The death diving competition had more energy than any other event that we've ever done in Cliff Cruise history.
In the competition, it didn't go too well for me because I failed my trick. I went out a little bit too hard, I think. So that sucked a bit, but I thought it was so much fun just watching everybody else, watching the Americans, and the hype was amazing. So I had a great time. It's probably one of the most fun competitions I've been to, even though I failed my first trick.
Take this, baby, let's go!
I tried like a hand dragged 1080, never tried it, didn't work out, and actually broke my rib. So I've been on a painkiller diet ever since.
You're right.
That was insane, man. Wow.
Yeah, but still he had air. He had air time.
In third place, everyone give a round of applause for Andrew Jumanji. In second place, Emil Liebeck. And in first place, Ryan B with a score of 9.48, getting in first place. His small head doesn't fit the big head. Everyone give up for these 3 winners today, and for all the other contestants that made it all the way out here. We'd like to thank the Bula for the Bula golden tickets, because these 2 Americans are going to Sweden. Norway.
I feel so blessed just to be given this opportunity to come join the Cliff Cruise. Like, we traveled across the world just to be here, and it's amazing. It's like a dream come true.
Oh man, jumping with the boys is the best. I just felt so much energy jumping with them because their approach to style and how they throw themselves in the air, you can tell they have a lot of experience. You know, you can tell that they have a lot of practice, both with each other, but also just being exposed to the Døds culture in Norway. It just brought like a whole nother level of awareness to what we were doing in the competition.
So last year I teamed up with my buddy TreeNet Willie to create the biggest space net for jumping out of. We had people jumping, doing backflips out of it. We had people hanging, lounging, highlining. It was absolutely incredible. Saturday night, we decided to take the space net out from over the water and move it over the grass near the music.
My name's Aiden. I've been coming to Cliff Cruise for about 3 years now. I started because I was terrified of heights and I just didn't want to live in fear anymore. I've slowly started learning tricks, bringing my jumps up to higher heights until eventually I got into death diving only. It's the most head-on way I could think of to take on my fears, and it's translated to everything else in my life, and that's the way I keep doing it.
Every morning before the competitions, I will teach a yoga class just to get everyone in the right headspace and get their bodies warmed up for taking some pretty drastic impacts, honestly. And also the flexibility helps them with their skis, so getting the grabs and stuff. Being able to touch your toes makes it a little easier, for sure.
I'm competing in the freestyle.
Yeah.
Feet first.
There's 2 competitions, women's freestyle and men's freestyle.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about all the women who are joining the sport of freestyle cliff jumping and death diving and getting into it in a huge way and even getting into it in a small way. We had a lot of girls come out and compete for their first time ever. We're just so excited to include more females in this sport because honestly, they're so good at it. They honestly look a lot better doing it. And everyone gets equally excited for everyone. We support everyone the same, and I think that's one of the coolest things about this event.
When the competition came, I made a pact with Chelsea Kuhn that if she threw her hardest trick, which was a round off, back full, back out, she's crazy, that I would throw my hardest, which was a dub back. And so to see her go off and stomp it just filled me up with courage to do it myself. And she was waiting in the water for me. It's like, it was one of the best feelings of my life to like land a trick that I've wanted for literally 5 years and to have somebody who was cheering me on swim right up to me and meet me in the middle. It was just, it made the whole trip.
Seaman Fisk doesn't get frightened. No. I'm quite nervous before I jump sometimes, especially when we did the non-Dødsing things. When I had to land on my feet, everybody saw I was really nervous then. Landing on my feet, that was probably the most scary thing for me.
So the first location we went to after the first weekend was Pedernales Falls. What's up guys, we're at the second spot and we're gonna go check out a cool little waterfall today. Places like this are so cool and I always love stopping here at the Cliff Cruise because the Cliff Cruise is all about visiting unique swimming holes that you'll never find anywhere else. And this one is so unique because it has these little bathtub-sized holes of water that are anywhere from 5 to 8 feet deep. So you can literally jump right in this tiny hole that doesn't feel like you should be able to jump in it. And then you can also swim around in it and get deep. You can scare your friends. It's an amazing time. We had so much fun on this day, just messing around on shorter jumps, doing a million death dives, and just having a great time floating around in the water.
Once I tell the challenge, you have the option to opt out and be like the biggest ever. You can do that, but people will notice. The person the bottle lands on has to do a naked sofa. From here. And not like a fake sofa, a good sofa. Or you have to go again. 3, 2, 1, go!
Norwegians are different.
After a chill day at Pedernales Falls, we headed back to my good friend Theo and Sayla's property. The next morning, we got an early start to head to downtown Austin to Barton Springs, one of the most popular swimming holes in the city. The next morning, a lot of us woke up super early to head down to the city of Austin to start cleaning up the rivers. Thanks to our good friends at Zilker Boats, they allowed us to use their paddleboards and kayaks to navigate the entire waterway to pick up trash from every nook and cranny that we could find. And we found a lot of trash in the river.
We are cleaning up, yo.
We spent at least 2 hours on the river just searching every little bank, every shoreline, every crack in every tree, underneath every bush. This is what makes the Cliff Cruise so special, is that the people who come out here are so willing to put in so much extra work just to clean up trash, to make these swimming holes better for not only ourselves, but the next people to visit. All right guys, we are heading to the next stop, which is the Red Bridge in downtown Austin. This is going to be a crazy time. We got a rope swing set up, there's trees to jump out of. Let's get it going. After lunch, we absolutely did not have enough jumping for the day, so we found one more bridge to jump. We hung some silks from the bottom, and we also had the biggest group jump that we've probably ever had at the Cliff Cruise, and it was absolutely insane.
You were going, you pointed, you looked down to like fall, and then you just kick his foot because it's in your way. You're just like, move.
Dude, I landed and I just boom, punched myself right in the face. That was so worth it though, dude.
After an amazing day in the city, we headed back to Theo and Sayla's again to enjoy everything their property has to offer.
Here is where we camped, right in the middle of nowhere.
Apparently the pond is like 4 feet deep. That's like, here, rock, paper, scissors, who's going first?
Iceberg!
Iceberg! You're the lucky one!
Oh my god!
How deep was her head into the mud?
At least this far.
She's standing there.
We were just standing around the pond and suddenly there was a snake coming out of the mud and just dipping his head in the water. And we couldn't see him again. It's like, am I going in there?
That was creepy. He goes straight under the water and he's gone now.
I'm not going in there!
Hello guys, I'm Theo.
I'm Sayla.
This is Sesh.
We've been working on this for the last couple of weeks, planning it out since maybe January, but really kicking it into gear for Cliff Cruise this last week.
Yeah, over the past 4 weeks, we've just been finishing everything, getting the water set up, getting the treehouse put together, all of the camping sites for everybody, getting it ready for Cliff Cruise, and it's finally coming together all in like the last few moments.
Yeah, we added a rope swing, we added a platform for jumping, we added a mini water slide made out of just dirt that we had from digging out the pond.
So basically 3 years ago, I heard about Cliff Cruise. I wasn't able to make it to the Washington one, but I made sure that I was able to get to Arizona, and I met up with all these people, met like 10 to maybe 50 people that completely changed my life forever. It's really an unbelievable event because just the community that it naturally breeds together of just genuine people that you want to be around and you want to keep in your life forever. I have multiple lifelong friends that I never would have met if it weren't for this event.
Cleanest belly flop that's ever been served to mankind.
I'm gonna nail this, you know.
Oh.
Funny, a couple of the other people were they're like, oh, I've been sleeping on the ground of the RVs, and I'm like, you mean the ground of the RVs that have AC all night? And they're like, yeah, I'm like, I've been sleeping in the dirt outside with the spiders.
My name is Andrius Juočeris, better known as Dreamsake or Dreams, and I'm from Lithuania, and I guess I'm the only and the first Lithuanian sui diver in the world. I hope to inspire other Lithuanians to do the same. It's very fun and amazing sport. I love it. My goal for this cliff cruise was to perfect my suis. Every time I felt pain, the next time I jumped, I wanted not to feel that, so I was pumped to like learn better and better and better to hurt myself less and less and less and less. And I love fighting my fears, so whatever scares me, I love doing it.
The next day, we got a late start so that we could have an amazing afternoon sesh at a cool place called Cedar Breaks Park.
I'm out in the desert. Don't have any more water. I don't know what to do now.
Need a ride?
Yeah.
This spot was amazing because it had cliffs for everyone. There were small little 10-footers that everyone could practice on. It had a 30-footer that was really fun to climb. And it had a couple 50 to 55-footers that everyone was absolutely loving. The run-up was great. The energy was unreal. And of course, Seaman had to do a massive SOPA. I don't know how he does it, but somehow he's still walking and sending it harder than anyone else. At the age of 46. I can't believe it.
World record coming in hot.
We're not sure if it's gonna be a world record, but we might.
Don't do this at home.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, send it! 7, 10!
When I was doing the 17 meter, it's my highest freestyle so far, so I was kind of terrified on the top.
World record freestyle female death dive.
4, 3,
2, 1, send it!
I do I cliff dive. It's one of the only times where I just have a clear mind. The 2-3 seconds that I'm falling in the air is one of the only times where my mind is just completely like focused and not scattered all over the place, and I love that. So this year the Dodds has been a huge influence on the entire event, and that's normally not something that I do. I land on my feet, I don't land on my face. I'm not good at them, I never have been, and I've never messed around with them, but seeing everybody out here throwing them has inspired me. So I've thrown my highest Dodd this year, or my highest death dive, and it just everyone pushing me to do it, everyone like supporting me has been incredible. So I'm really excited to be getting into the whole death diving community and start throwing those and change up my whole style from always landing on my feet to now I land on my face sometimes, on purpose.
The Cliff Cruise is not always all about sending cliffs, so we had to take a trip to the local trampoline park.
Let's go. Apparently we ended up at a huge trampoline park. This is your natural habitat.
Yeah.
This is where Seaman Fisk was born.
We brought all the homies out to basically just throw down flips, play fun games, and have a good time. We played The Floor is Lava, which is a classic game. We played tag, freeze tag. Seaman learned a bunch of new tricks. A bunch of the ladies were sending it super hard. Nicole learned her first gainer. And I have never seen a bigger backflip circle than the one we had at Tumble Tech that night. on Thursday, we headed out to one of the most epic locations of the entire trip. You know, they say that an adventure is not an adventure until something goes wrong. And let me just say, a lot of things went wrong on this one. The problem is we only had 2 pontoon boats and way more people than what could fit on just 2 pontoon boats. We thought, hey, maybe it would work just to have everyone behind us on floaties holding on, and maybe I could just pull them all the way to the cliffs. Well, that didn't really work.
Bro, did he leave y'all?
Dude, honestly, I'd rather them just get on the boat. It's 4 miles from here, so going at the speed we can tow you is gonna literally take 2 hours. Are you guys touching right now? No? Okay, good. It was like 2 feet deep over there. Get that.
Throw that thing up.
He said that's it. Let's just turn it and go back out where we came from.
Since the fish finder says it's 40 feet deep and we already hit the bottom, we got our new depth finder up front. Teamwork, baby.
By the end of the day, you know what? It ended up working barely perfectly.
Ain't never seen nothing like this down here in Texas, let me tell you what.
I don't think I ever seen the water go down, you know?
It's raining sideways.
I knew that this spot was going to be the most epic session of the entire trip. Not many places in Texas that you can still find a flowing waterfall in June. So this was an absolute treat, and I'm so glad that we got to show the Norwegians a little more diversity of what Texas has to offer.
The 77-footer, that's one for the memory books. The scenery, climbing up to the top when you know there's like poisonous snakes, which we don't have in Norway.
You think this is a good way to get on the top here?
I think all ways are screwed, but let's give it a try.
And you have to step on cactuses, pulling them out of your hands. It was rough.
We made it. Alive still.
This cliff is huge.
When Simon Fisk was climbing up this mountain, and he's a so bad climber, I was so scared. I was more scared of that than jumping from the cliff. I was holding his hand for his life.
That's the worst way to the spot. Ever.
The gnarliest jump that I've seen this entire week was definitely from Seaman throwing a 77-foot sofa flat to his butt. To most people, that would break your back, break your tailbone, you'd be paralyzed. I'll never understand how he can handle it, and it was one of the most incredible things I've ever seen.
Oh, bro, you shouldn't do it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, send it!
No way.
guys straight jump, you know?
After the most legendary session of this year's Cliff Cruise, everyone headed back to camp to get some rest before we headed up to Dallas. On our way to Dallas, we stopped by a really cool lake called Lake Whitney, which had a really mellow 20-foot cliff. This place is so much fun because it has the longest, flattest run-up ever. So it's really fun for just sprinting full speed off the cliff. Right after a nice sunset sesh at Lake Whitney, we wrapped things up and headed out to our grand finale at Johnny's place. Johnny and I have been working very closely with the Døds Federation in Norway to get a platform and a pond set up here in Texas full time to be able to practice death diving in the USA.
So we came here and we saw the little pond. We're filling it with water. We've been helping out with the water pump and filling it with water. And the tower is just amazing. It just hits you right in the heart. The only thing that's going to happen here is Dødsing. If you do anything else, you're going to get thrown out of here.
The session here, after months of preparation and plans failing, us having to change. I mean, I put my entire life into this: blood, sweat, tears, all of those. Real blood, real sweat, real tears. And getting to see it all come together though, and everyone sessioning and having a good time and a safe time, it was an undescribable feeling. And I'm just so grateful for so many people making this happen. It wasn't just me. It was a team effort, but the feeling of relief, now that it's done, it's the best feeling in the world.
This is the coolest diving tower ever built by a man.
We were so bummed when Johnny didn't make it to the World Championship. So the Døds Federation has decided that we want to give him a wild card, $500 towards the flight ticket.
Seaman will pick you up at the airport, drive you home to the Seaman Ranch, where all the small seaman people are.
Thank you so much. Oh, I'm trying not to cry. Yesterday was the most full circle moment ever. We started the day at the new tower and we ended the day at the OG Døds spot where I threw my first Døds, and where a lot of my friends have jumped. The Norwegians said it's like the most famous spot in Norway for like American death diving.
I can't believe I'm actually here.
You're here. So nice and fun to meet you. Nice to meet you. So good to meet you.
I always wanted to go here. This is just the perfect ending.
It's been such a cool experience being here in Texas, like seeing all these crazy spots to like shooting guns and wearing cowboys hats and meeting all these people.
Everybody's been so nice and including and excited that the Norwegians are here, even though I'm just excited to be here. Yeah, it's been an amazing trip. I don't want to go back.
Expectations for Norway, hardest competition of my life, and I can't wait. I have all summer to train. I got 2 months. And if I'm gonna go to Norway, I might as well try and win. I'm not saying I'm going to, but the Norwegians are gonna know about Johnny Goes Hard. It's gonna be good.
For World Championships, I think this will be the first year we have a foreign winner, like a non-Norwegian. I say Ryan got some huge trick. If he nails them, he could beat him, but Andrew's all about the style, and we Norwegians love the style.
I'm definitely, putting a lot of preparation into World Championships this year. It's any man's game, and that's what I really felt even at this competition. After the first round of freestyle, I was just like, whoa, like anyone could take this.
I gotta try to defend my title, you know. I gotta try to win again, of course. That's my goal.
Finally, we're gonna get some Americans in the World Championship, and this year it's gonna be the highest level ever seen on this planet in Dødsing. When I go home now, I just have to practice, because Semenfisk is going to be #1.